Here we go.
There's no title bigger than this.
It is great to be back.
Welcome to the Worlds.
Wow.
Just superb.
Grit and determination.
Dawson gets it done.
What darting entertainment this is.
Brilliant finishing.
And he saves his skin.
Pummeling the trebles again. Oh, he's in again.
There it is.
Nathan Aspel's fired up.
Composure and skill.
Oh, magnificent from Van Gerwen.
He's up there to prove a point.
And this time, Peter gets it right. It's all right on the night at the Alexandra Palace.
Hello and welcome to Alexandra Palace. It is On The Wire from the William Hill World Darts Championship. I'm Dan Dawson. This is Magic Murph, Chris Murphy. Only the one session of action yesterday to talk about, but some pretty interesting stuff, Murph. Let's get straight into it because we started with Ryan Joyce whacking 7 points on his best ever average at Ali Pali and still not winning a set against Krzysztof Ratajski, because that is the Pro Tour Polish eagle who turned up. One mistake from Ryan Joyce, punished, and a 3-0 win.
Yeah, Ratajski said himself that he was nervous a little bit in the last set, but before that, brilliant. A couple of sets going 3-2. As you said, Ryan Joyce played really well, but Ratajski was just in that punishing mood, and I think he could go far in this tournament.
Well, nice to see from Ratajski, who perhaps hasn't done himself justice on the biggest stages of all so far. Ian White, I mean, what do you have to do if you're Ian White? He was two sets down. Well, yeah, but 2 sets down, averaging 108. I mean, it happens every year when he comes here. It's another early exit for him. Kim Huybrecht's brilliant, though.
Yeah, he's kind of revived all of a sudden. I've not seen this coming from Huybrecht, but it sounds like he's been putting the hard work in and he's getting the rewards for it.
Yeah. Now, Gerwyn Price won more titles than anybody else this year. Second favourite for the title. Rubbish in the first set. Pretty lucky to get through that, and if Jamie Lewis hadn't busted his score in the deciding set, he might have gone home.
Yeah, very true. That was a big stroke of luck for Gerwyn Price. I think he acknowledged that himself when he hit the treble 16, going for the single. Price a lucky man, but it was vintage Price the way he took out the finishers in the last set. Before that, as you said, not really anything for Michael van Gerwen et al. To be frightened about.
Yeah, now you talk about finishers. There was a set there from young Nico Kurtz where he levelled a match up against Gabriel Clemens with 3-ton plus checkouts. I think the like of which I don't think we've ever seen at the William Hill World Championship. A 160, a 161 and a 123.
Yeah.
Gabriel Clemens still saw him off, but the first ever all-German clash at a World Championship, it delivered.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint. 6-ton plus finishes between them in the match, but yeah, an amazing set from Kurtz. A couple of times he's had a really good performance on this stage now, and I believe, Dan, that there were massive viewing figures in Germany for that one as well.
Yeah, nearly 1 million people watching on Sport 1 over in Germany, and that doesn't take into account other broadcasters like DAZN or wherever else might be showing it. So that's enormous, because they'd already broken the record when Nico played in the first round. That was 750,000, so it's a big jump. And Gabriel Clemens taking on Peter Wright after Christmas. I mean, is that a bigger game than that one? I don't know, but I mean, you would think there's going to be interest in Germany.
There's a lot of interest in Peter Wright from German fans anyway, so yeah, I think I didn't expect to see Gabriel Clemens play that well. I think he's sort of tailed off a little bit at times. I think I've seen him a few times. I mean, he admitted himself, and I won't repeat what he said in the press conference, but he wasn't happy with his form on the autumn series and winter series, but it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it, on the big stage, and he showed the signs that he has got the game to take it to Peter Wright when we come back after Christmas. Wunderbar, there
we go. Chris Murphy, international broadcaster Chris Murphy. Let's have a look what's coming up tonight, because tonight's session looks absolutely amazing. Danny Nopper against Cameron Carolison, I'm not quite sure how we're saying it, but the South African qualifier. Cameron, there we go. Devon Peterson, Steve Lennon, the emerging Irish ace, versus the very much emerged Devon Peterson, the South African. Rob Cross, winner here 3 years ago against the Grand Prix finalist Dirk van Duijvenbode, the Aubergenius. And Dimmy v Limmy to round it off. What takes your fancy from that, Murph?
Toughest to call, I think, is Cross against van Duijvenbode. I'm really not sure how well Rob Cross is going to play tonight. But we said that, was it last year or the year before, when he played Jeffrey Desvan?
Yeah.
And he beat him despite Desvan himself averaging well into the hundreds. So if Cross turns up, certainly capable, of course, of seeing off Dirk van Duijvenbode, who just seems to be enjoying himself, riding the crest of a wave from, well, I say the World Grand Prix, but a bit before that as well. But I'm interested to see how well Devon plays as well. Brilliant most of the year, has had a little bit of an injury problem and dropped off slightly, but they've all had a bit of time. This is the thing. It's been relentless starts up until the Players' Championship finals, and they've all had that 2 or 3 weeks now to just prepare for this tournament. And I think we could see potentially something to rival the performance of Michael van Gerwen by one of these players, but I'm just not going to say which one because I'm not that stupid.
I mean, you're completely hedging your bets then.
Yes.
You have to pick one of them. Come on, don't just say we're going to see something incredible and then go, but there's 8 of them, any of them could do it. I'm not having that. Go on, tell us who's going to put in the big display.
I think Devon's going to put in a big display. I think we could see Devon average around 104, 105 against the emerged Irish air Steve Lennon, because he's not going to emerge anymore in this tournament.
Well, you say that, but he was very impressive in his opening round game, Steve Lennon. Do you think there could be a surprise then, if there is a shock? Because the bookies say Rob Crossett van Duijvenbode is a coin toss.
Yeah,
it's 10 to 11 a pair.
Yeah, so that we can't really regard that as a shock in that case. I mean, we don't know anything about Cameron Carolissen, as I'm going to call him at this stage. Danny Noppert, very, very capable player, but is susceptible to an off day. Sometimes the darts start landing in different angles and doesn't really get the rhythm that he needs going. So, you know, it could come from that first match. He's been waiting a long time to have his Ali Pali debut, and he'll want to make the most of it tonight.
Great stuff. Well, look, as we say, Devon Peterson, it's been an incredible breakthrough year from him. He started playing brilliantly at the start of the year. He won his first PDC title on the European Tour and had a great run at the European Championship as well. But this is the tournament where it needs to happen for him. Just 3 years ago, I think it was, Devon Peterson, after defeat here, had said, I will be world champion within 5 years. He told me that in an interview. I laughed at that point, but I'm not laughing now. It's been a massive year, and he spoke to Jamie Banks for the Dart Show just a couple of months ago.
Devon, finally a winner on the PDC circuit. Before we go into any of how it felt and all the rest of it, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think this year more than any other year. I mean, there was build-ups before and showing like spurts of greatness, if you must call it that. I mean, the greatness is in inverted commas. But yeah, at the Worlds, I always enjoy the Worlds, and I felt like my floor form was nowhere, or it was either okay at some points and just sloppy at others. But yeah, for this year, I mean, I've been consistent, and I think that the blocks of tournaments that they had favoured me because I could get a decent footing and kind of find my confidence.
To get over the line, that must be a huge step in your career.
It's a different mind frame when you get into the match-winning game and the match-winning dart as well. And I think that I've not been in that situation in South Africa. I have many times, but I just knew that if I continue pursuing my dream, and then I'll get there in the end. And obviously at the German Darts Championships I did.
You've had some coaching and you've been speaking to Wayne Mardle about your action and a lot of other things. How important has that been for you?
It's probably changed me from an okay player to probably, like everybody's now talking about, a major title winner. The way in which the coaching has helped is just clarity, though. It just makes you understand your throw. You know that what you need to deliver, so it's really helped me like full circle.
Okay, let's talk about it then. The German Darts Championship, you're going through the rounds, you get to the final. What's going through your head?
When I got to the point at the German, I kind of just took it with both hands and thought, I'll just step to the hockey and attack instead of play I don't want to miss, which is a mentality shift. And since then, it's been, the media has been great, and all the messages of support and the ripple effect in Africa. But I think that coming down from that, I mean, it shaped my game and the mentality. And coming here now, I feel more confident than I ever have, and obviously testament to me winning.